Morning folks, Friday morning. Thank you for comments, likes and welcome new subscribers. Much appreciated. So only a half day today. So it's down here now, going to weld the battery box up that put together the other day. And then probably try to start make the bottom one to go with that. Well, I've got about 2 of those actually. So I have to chop a bit more steel up and get the guillotine. And hopefully a bit more progress on that back end. I've got a water pump to fit on a truck outside, which turned up yesterday. Not a water pump for the engine, one for the living side of things. So we'll get that swapped over. Yeah, let's get going. The shelves welded in. We've got the 2 holes, slots there. Mark tape, drilled out, filed out. That's all we can do on this one. Customer has got the original hinge for it, so he can fit that on himself and get it lined up. And once it's in place, then all we do is mark and drill the holes this side to suit on the chassis. Well, we've got the 2 pieces here cut and trimmed to height. So we'll work out now the cutting size to allow for the 2 folds. So there's a formula for it, which should be pretty well spot on. You know what the length of the inside is. So on this one it's 160mm inside measurement and 355 in there. So 2 bends, it's 3mm steel, it's 0.9 per bend. So you do the formula for that, and you come out with 678.6. So that's the length. You chop that off there to end up making that bit there. We're taking away quietly. So we've got these marked out where they're going to be folded. We've got a couple of brackets made. We're going to cut these off of this one and reuse those. We've got the floor plates done with the holes in. We've got the little drip guards made. We've got the little bit that goes on the top for when the top door comes in, it slides up onto that. So yeah, mark these, fold them up, drill holes in, and hopefully we can start assembling it and welding it together. Stuck into it already?
Yeah.
Try and get link arm stuff apart.
Yeah.
Well, if you need a hand, I'm just out there doing that water pump. Don't be stubborn.
Alright.
Water pump time. Got the old one here removed. Over the fittings. Can't use that new filter because that's slightly different for the plumbing that I've got on there, so we'll get them screwed up, wired up, try and get some water in the tank and make sure it works. Been busy, haven't you? Got most of it apart now. I've just got the gas on that nut and undone that one, so we've got this one to heat up here to undo. No trouble with split pins? Or just
no, I've cut about 2 out, the rest of them I've managed to get out, so.
Oh, good-o.
Yeah.
Better than that one over there when we were doing it. That was a pain. 2 backs of the battery box folded up, both exactly the same, and the inside measurement should be 355. Look at that, spot on. Well, that's 2 of them welded up now. Obviously I haven't done the brackets on the side. We've got the little gutter strip on there. Just go and mark out holes for the top fixings, and there's another hole that goes in the sides here as well. As I said, it's only a half day today, so back home now, and we've done the funeral side of things for father-in-law and had a bit of a meal. So tomorrow's another day. Hopefully get something useful done in the morning. So I'm just going to sit here and enjoy a beer and reflect. See you in the morning. Morning everyone, Saturday morning. Been a lot of rain last night, flooding on the roads. So we're down here, back on the battery boxes. We've got 2 holes drilled in there, and the little brackets just tacked in place because I want to take it out and just try it, make sure it does line up before I finish welding it up. Then we've got the other one there to finish off. Yeah, back end of deal, try and get some axle bolts released, ready to start pulling that a bit more apart. Well, that's the second one locked up. Again, brackets just tacked in place because we'll crawl outside and go and just test fit it, make sure it's right. Well, we just had we've got a bit of aluminium welding to do. son dropped his scooter off the curb and broke it. So we've got to re-weld this back onto here for him. So he has cleaned it up first, but I say typical Chinesium stuff. Yeah, so we'll get the alley welder fired up in a bit and glue that back together. Just having a ponder over this thing a minute. Being as it's thin-ish aluminium, not very well Chinesium made, I've made up that, which I'm going to insert in there and tack in just a bit of extra strength to sleeve it. So just having a ponder over this thing a minute. Being as it's thin-ish aluminium, not very well Chinesium made, I've made up that, which I'm going to insert in there and tack in just a bit of extra strength to sleeve it. We're just test fitting this on this chassis, just to need to make that little hole there a little bit elongated, but other than that the other bolts are they're in, so we know it. In fact, this is a repair job. I say we've made a bit of a sleeve to go inside that, so now we've just got to get this repositioned in here and glued in, and yeah, the right angle of the dangle. We'll get the right way round. No, it's not that way, it's got to be that way. So we get that pressed in and hopefully welded up. It should be nice and secure. She blows like brand new, still a bit warm. Hopefully that'll keep the little man happy. Can use his scooter again. Time on this one again. We've got the axle bolts there under. Needed a bit of heat on them, but the stabiliser bracket's off. So we'll do this side here, and then at least you can get to that pin easier to get that out of that. So I expect it's going to be Mr. Gas Torch. Get it nice and hot. Ugga-dugga-gun. And they'll be off. Well, that took a little while. Both back ones that side, both back ones that side, and one on the front. I had to get nice and red with the old gas torch. But we got them out. Didn't have to cut anything, but it's made me sweat a bit. So we'll do a bit more here, I think, before we go today. Well, we got into that. We did have to cut the bolts holding this cover on because they were held on with these captive plates. And as you can see, they've yeah, seen better days. But as a customer said the other day, he thought the back had been cut, and it has. Piece been cut out here. Obviously at some point this has been taken apart for whatever reason, or somebody's had to go in here. So rather than doing it properly, they've chopped that bit out, which I'm hoping is going to make it a bit easier, because these pins here don't look very savoury. So I might get these bolts undone. Fortunately the pin down here is free, so we can get this cross member out the way, and we've got a bit more access to get into attacking that, getting those pins out to get the assister ram frame out. I hope it's not going to be like that one over there last year. Going so far okay. Managed to get the pin out of that, to move this out the way to get that pin out. Got everything here unbolted. Get this one lifted out. We've got a better chance of getting into stuff this time. We'll certainly get the back chassis disconnected. Obviously got to drain oil out first, undo a load of bolts, and then we can get the back end out, wheels off, and set it on my frame, ready to strip down further and deal with. So let's get this lump out the way now. I had a weak moment this morning. I couldn't lift it out, so we had the arm crane and just winched it out. We can get that down on the ground now, out the way. Old age don't come without its problems. There we go, that's out. Right, let's have a look, see what we got in here. I say last one we ended up having to cut these because we couldn't get anything removed, but we'll give this lot a bit of a soak in, and hopefully we might have a bit better luck getting those out. But say now that's disconnected, theoretically this could all stay here, and we can get this lot stripped off out the way, and then we can get in. We've got more chance of getting in there to beat these without this in the way to get them out. But I will give it a go a minute. Those pins are well and truly seized, because this won't even twist on that. I've had the crane on it to lift it, and all it did was just push these bits back down. So we'll leave them soaking over the night and have another look tomorrow. Well, I'm going to have a quick look at these compressors, see if they'll start. The customers asked me just to give it a check over, so we've checked the oil. Battery's had it, so we've got the jump pack on here. I think this one's only done about 800 hours. Look at the front here. 843. So we'll see what happens. Well, this one runs. Sounds alright. You've got a few more hours on it. You've got 2,000. Well, he'll do the job. Obviously the battery on the other one has completely had it. Even the jump start wouldn't make him fire up. Well, disappointment on that other compressor, and I can't find me jump leads to take a battery down. Got my jump pack back on charge again. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up for today. It's Saturday. I should have an afternoon off. So thank you for watching. Click the old like and subscribe. Thank you for your comments as always. Welcome new subscribers and anybody else who's taking the time to watch this stuff here. Hope you find it interesting. Yeah, it's always a challenge. And tomorrow will present itself with something else, no doubt. So in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hope you have a good one. It's supposed to be very wet tomorrow here anyway, so whether I do much, unless it's in there tinkering for a few hours, we'll see. So hopefully next week we'll get back to doing some sensible stuff. Got MOT on Tuesday, retest on Friday, and who knows what else is going to happen. But if we can get this hopefully stripped down and get into the guts of it, that'll be a bonus. And hopefully nothing untoward inside. But yeah, take care of yourselves. Laters.